where
we got rid of it because companies could literally make small business towns.
yeah, I have.
Yes, I have.
Because they own the factories, they own the tenements that the workers lived in.
No.
I'm reading about it. I was learning about nodes and gold bullions and all that. If you would like, refresh my memory.
I have a question then. What's the difference between central banks issuing their own form of statewide, well, actually national-wide currencies, that literally are backed by nothing besides treasury bonds, which almost have no yield? Still, nonetheless, because it's a top-down authoritative.
Every day, and hey, now this is money. In order for the currency to have value, the people need to give it value. It's not necessarily like, oh, the government said, oh, this is worth this today, and then you go to the store and it's worth whatever. It's a little different. It's based on the people's general consensus, because we call them shit coins or poop coins. Right, so those coins are coins that flop. They try to have value. Their project didn't work. Whatever the case may be. The reason Bitcoin is valuable is because people trade it and they pay a certain amount of money for it. Just like back in the day, you used to trade tools and shells and other things because that's what they gave value. If somebody just printed a coin, like if I used to make my coin, it would have no value whatsoever until I gave it a value and people were willing to pay that amount.
Yeah, absolutely. So Danielle.
So one of the biggest things in that kind of differentiates cryptocurrencies with any monetary currency is the fact that the whole process is backed by math, and that it's a trustless consensus, basically built on a difficulty curve. So it's not just like you can just willy-nilly create as many as you want. It's based off of a very specific algorithm. And also, in the case with all money, and in case with really anything that humans do, reality is an agreement among people. So money being the fiat currency that we currently have in the United States, where we basically attribute value to it, saying, oh, this is $1, and we all agree that this is $1. That's what gives it value. It's the same thing that can happen with any form of blockchain that we accept. However, being that it's based by math and not based by some other entity or like basically a governing body that may be subjective in terms of how it wants to kind of play, it actually makes it more reliable. And that's one of the biggest benefits that blockchain technology has.
I hope they tested it against the floating point error, but okay.
Hey, so Danielle, are you aware of quantum resistant ledgers? And also another question for you to address. You mentioned Bullion Mint company Bullion Mint. Literally, I'm not sure if you're a part of the United States of America, like majority of everybody else on stage, but you know, the U.S. Constitution says that only gold and silver shall be legal tender. Actually,
Yes.
for that, that's
And I
exactly what it.
agree.
Mhm.
And I'm a staffer.
So,
I believe in that.
likewise, but I also believe in the logistics of supply chain distribution through networking and IT. Are you aware about quantum resistant ledgers?
That's what that's what I've never heard. You got to go on that one. That one sounds very interesting.
So here's a little bit of homework. Look up Hedera hash graph, and it plays into that company basis of a ledger, company money that you were talking about. But it's quantum resistant, as you know, instant consensus, no proof of work, and it is highly affordable for everybody and anybody at this state. So yeah, just take a look into that project. I think you'll find it interesting. And also, I'd like to say in this conversation by saying that the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, did appoint the chief legal officer of Coinbase to oversee the banking sector of the United States of America. This happened this week. Nonetheless, I'd like to segue our conversations to Brian, where he is going to be going over this week's blockchain gaming articles.
Why, thank you very much. Yes, indeed. Let me get those ready. Just a few this week. Somnium Space, for those of you that may or may not know, I know we mentioned it a little bit ago, another VR platform on the blockchain with digital land is going to be having a auction starting March 19th and going into May of this year, so lasting around a month and a half or so, where they will be giving away 250 plots. I think it's about 25 parcels every week. It's going to be through OpenSeed with a reverse bidding style auction. So it's going to be starting at least the first week at 10 Ethereum per plot. I think medium and large. I don't think there was any small parcels, and then it's going to be going down to about 1.25, and then I think it gets a little bit more expensive as the time goes on. I don't know the exact logistics of it, but for those of you that may not have gotten a chance to get a plot of land, it's a good chance if you have yourself a little ETH, especially with all the falling prices. Second one, we have Hunters of Rio, which is a open beta for the Engine Craft, the blockchain engine, or not engine, Minecraft server. So it is going to be something where you can go and get plots of digital land in Minecraft. You can earn in-game cash. I don't know if you can convert it to anything or not. You should be able to get some NFTs backed by the engine platform, but that's about the extent of it. Either way, it's coming soon, but you can prepare by completing quests and earning some in-game cash in there at the moment to get yourself some plots of land. Night Story, which is a mobile-based crypto game similar to, I think it's EOS Nights, although it is on the Ethereum blockchain. It's having a Tweet Your Village event, so in the game you can build yourself up a village, gives yourself stats and pets and various other things like that, and if you snap a picture with the camera they have in the game and tweet it out, you'll get some in-game cash that you normally have to spend some money on, some microtransaction cash, so it's a nice little boost there. Mega Cryptopolis, as we were talking about the blockchain-based digital land earlier, has exceeded sales of over $300,000 during the month of February, so quite a bit there as far as games that are on the blockchain involving digital real estate and resources and buying and selling, trading of them, etc., etc. So it's nice to see that that's going strong and booming. I know I got myself a plot or two of land when it first came out in I think it was pre-sale. I don't know if I kept it around or not. I should still have a plot. I know I sold at least one of them, but definitely a nice little bit there. My Crypto Heroes exceeded 100,000 members the other week, partially due to the Brave Frontier Heroes launch. But that game is going strong, mostly over in Asia, but I know quite a few people that personally play it. Decently fun game on the blockchain. I believe that is also using the EOS blockchain. but I believe it's free to start. Get yourself some free heroes, and you can earn yourself some resources and get yourself some items, put them up for sale, maybe earn yourself a few dollars. I think you can also get it on Ethereum. I don't know. I don't remember the exacts. It's been a while since I played it. As well as Horizon, which developed the popular trading card game Skyweaver, raised another $5 million in a round led by Initialized Capital on top of what they've already earned to go towards the development of their new game. So that's quite exciting. Quite a bit of people, pitching in, and I don't know if it's a trading card game or not. I don't know the exact specifics on it, but either way, it's going to be on the blockchain. More titles that are coming, quite a bit of money going into them, so we'll be seeing some quality games coming out. You can actually earn a little bit, get yourself some digital assets, actually make a reward or earn something for yourself from your time spent in these games, and actually have yourself a fun time, some entertainment value on top of it. And that's about it as far as blockchain gaming this week. You guys got any comments? Anything else you want to add on top of it? Any of you have been playing anything new this week or hearing anything new?
I've actually been playing a lot of this Call of Duty Warzone. Hey, Jerome, nice to have you. So I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Warzone, and it's a lot of fun, actually. I
was actually playing that one earlier today. I gotta say, it was quite a pain in the ass getting started with the game, but once I created the account and got all that set up and had it connect to online and spent a good 15-20 minutes trying to play the darn thing, it was decently fun. I did absolutely horrible. We played one of, I believe, each of the 2 rounds. I know there's the regular mode and then one that starts with a P. I don't remember the exact one where
Plunder.
you can earn money.
Yeah.
Plunder, that's one of my
I earned
favorites.
precisely $0
Yeah,
out of the 2 friends of mine, or one friend and other teammate that earned well over 100,000 themselves. So felt quite proud of that. However, I am naturally horrid at FPS games, so as to be expected for my first time ever launching the title. But had a decent bit of fun, compared
I
to
wish it was
something like
like
Apex or
crashes.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
I
It
didn't
crashes for
experience
you?
any crashes.
Yeah, it crashes for me all the time.
It's been smooth for me for the 3-4 matches I tried today. Haven't experienced any crashes, but I'll definitely keep y'all updated and
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's a persistent issue.
Well, here's the thing. I have a pretty decent machine. I'm VR ready. Nothing too outrageous. I'm not running RTX or anything. But it's throttling my CPU. I got a 12 compute core CPU. It's running at 100% whenever I'm in game, and it just completely crashes. I think I don't have the threads or something.
See, there's a big difference. I'm playing on Xbox.
Okay. Yeah.
Console life.
Sure.
I'm playing on PlayStation, and Elise has been playing on our laptop.
It's I'm sure my computer could
cool.
handle it. It's just I'm the only person I know that plays extreme PC games. I don't have any friends in person that play it, and had no idea that you played it on PC. It is free to
Brian,
play,
you sound
for those of you that
depressing.
don't know.
We're your friends.
Oh man, that's outrageous.
I get that,
Hey,
but I mean, we play VR, and I've been, busy. It's the adult life. 2 jobs and school full time. It's gotta do what you gotta do.
Anyway,
Yay.
Jerome, would you like to segue us into our final news article, and let's chat about this new Shadow VR streaming platform?
Yeah, man, I thought that was pretty cool. Also, Doom getting on Stadia soon. That's part of streaming. So basically, this is all with the streaming platform. I see that streaming is really becoming a thing. Streaming games, it's definitely getting the mainstream, starting with Google and NVIDIA next, and now another new platform. I haven't heard of them prior to this announcement, but it looks like they were already doing things in the gaming space, but they just weren't big enough for people to really know about them. But now that they're doing game streaming, I think that's pretty interesting. I don't see that it's available yet.
Well, it has been available for a while now. This Shadow Tech company has been running competition against Stadia and NVIDIA for a long time. So they actually have announced a 3-tier subscription model that will allow people from all around the world to access competitive PC gaming. And the first tier is a 4K resolution at a 3.4 gigahertz quad-core processor, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and a GTX 1080 graphics card, which is absolutely, cutting edge, wouldn't you say? I'd say that's like almost a $4,000 PC rig, straight from the
Shadow.
cloud. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I didn't do too much research into them prior, but I wasn't well aware of them, and I didn't realize that they were starting the 3-tier system with 4K at the base price. That's interesting. So what's the top version then?
Dude, the top version is 4K resolution with ray tracing, a 4 gigahertz 6-core processor with 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage, and a Titan RTX graphics card.
How much per month?
$40 a month, man. You can't beat that price.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Where's that?
With the
Is
ray
that for
tracing.
like subscription, or where's that? Is that location?
Yeah. It's a subscription. It's cloud-based.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
it's
where is that
Shadow.tech.
currently available?
Shadow.tech.
I know that's definitely not available. Well, I'm saying like state-wise or whatever, because I know that's not.
They're making it
down
available
here in Wisconsin.
internationally.
Yep, internationally. Yep. You gotta have
So
a
how
certain
does-
rate of internet.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure like they want people to have at least broadband.
So is there?
you know?
How does that work? Is it just the PC itself, or is there
So you can
something
use
to connect it?
a laptop to integrate to their servers, and literally all you need is 15 megabytes down. That's all you need is 15 megabytes down, and then you can have a professional grade, esports quality streaming, like on 4G LTE. So yeah,
Could you imagine what it's gonna be like with 5G?
crazy. I mean, it's gonna be great, but this is built for VR though. Like they're working to make VR affordable to the masses, regardless of what headsets you buy. So you'll be able to use like the Oculus Go, right? And then still play
With
like
the release
amazing-
of Half-Life so soon, titles like that are going to take real advantage of the, top-notch, builds and security quality are definitely coming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've always said that it's going to be possible to do streaming in VR. It's just all about the latency. So it looks like, props out to Shadow for being able to beat anybody else to the punch. I figured Google was going to make it there first, but no, it looks like Shadow really came up out of nowhere. Like you said, they've been around for a while. I had not heard about them prior. I had not seen any news, but all of a sudden they announced their tiered system, and it's just like, whoa, who the heck is Shadow and what are they doing?
Man, I've been keeping my eye on them since 2016, 2017, where Linus actually did a video on them. Linus from Linus Tech Tips. Yeah, he actually went to their operation. He went through their entire warehouse and was like literally talking specifics and details with the CEO of the company. And I was blown away then. So I've been following them ever since. But yeah, the fact that they've actually moved forward and they plan on launching this 3-tier system like this year, man, I'm just like blown away, man. They've been doing so much testing, and some of these companies, they're moving forward, they're jumping the gun, they're not actually doing testing. They just want to beat everybody else to the punch. But this company, they've been through the ringer, dude. They're trialed and tested, and I'm actually confident in the service that they're gonna be providing to the consumers. So yeah. Anyway, it was a great conversation with you guys.
Sad I made it in at the end, but I'm glad I got to show up and at least catching that part about Shadow. Props to them. And I got to hear a little bit about what's been going on. I loved when Annalise's piece on Ubisoft and what they've been doing and all of the different gaming companies and Zynga, and there's just so much going on in the space. Brian, thanks for giving us that download on what's going on in the blockchain gaming space. Guys, it's a crazy time. People are stuck at home. Corona's keeping everybody locked in. I saw Steam had, 40,000 hours logged in just this weekend from people playing. I think 40 million people had played just this weekend alone. Like, it's crazy how much people are getting online. Okay, just up for the selfie.
That was an
Just up to the
accident.
front of the camera.
It's okay.
Yeah,
For
hold on.
those that can't speak.
I don't know what's happening.
Navigating on a PC. It's so much fun.
Nonetheless, so I believe that this should close our conversation. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Blockchain Universe. Take care.
Gamers Podcast.
Yep.
Till next time.
Take it easy.
Great job, you guys.